The FBI is looking into the mysterious case of a young woman who went overboard during a Carnival Cruise off the coast of Mexico.
The ship is now back in the Los Angeles port, and investigators are collecting evidence there and searching for answers. NBC's Gotti Schwartz joins us with the details. Hi, Gotti. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Savannah. Yeah, for passengers of the Miracle Cruise ship, at first it was the shock of a person overboard alarm sounding at around 3 in the morning, then disbelief after a search that stretched across 2 days was called off. Many are still rattled and wondering exactly what happened to a woman in her 20s that caused her to plunge into the ocean in the middle of the night.
This morning, the Miracle Cruise ship sits in port, a floating scene now under investigation. Pictures of broken glass and a bent metal divider on a deck, the only evidence seen publicly after a woman plunged from a stateroom balcony nearly 10 stories into the water below in the middle of the night. The woman still hasn't been identified, but passengers say she was traveling with her boyfriend and a family member. Rattled shipmates say they were told a security camera had captured her fall.
You can believe something happened to her. Sweet young lady, you know, a sweet soul. And she is gone.
The FBI now investigating as to whether this tragic incident was an accident or foul play, releasing little information on what they know.
It's scary. I hope they find out. Did she jump? Was she distraught, or was she pushed? I want to know what happened. She's too young.
Patricia Taylor says she met the woman on the 3-day cruise from Long Beach to Ensenada, Mexico.
And this young lady's 25 years old with a baby, a 1-year-old child. That baby would never see his mom.
Carnival Cruise says the woman went overboard Saturday night off the coast of Ensenada, and the Coast Guard and Mexican Navy spent 31 hours searching but couldn't find her. Passengers say they saw search boats being lowered after the alarm sounded.
They went out in the balcony and looked and saw immediately they were throwing life preservers out, and probably about 30 minutes later after that they lowered a life raft.
Experts say overboard incidents aren't as rare as you might think.
In 2018, there were 25 people overboard. In 2019, there were 29 people overboard.
A 2010 law requires cruise ships to mount advanced overboard systems like this one seen here that uses infrared cameras to detect when something falls off the ship, but there's been little to no regulatory enforcement. Carnival Cruises has not said whether such a system was in place, but in a statement said, "Our thoughts are with the guest and her family, and our care team is providing support."
You know, Gotti, obviously there's been a lot of chatter online from passengers on the ship, some of them talking about potential foul play. Is there anything to that?
Yeah, we've heard the same, and some of it coming from the fact that an arrest was made and someone was taken off the ship in cuffs. But we reached out to authorities about that specifically, and they said that arrest was on an unrelated warrant, and they couldn't comment on the investigation. Savannah?
All right, Gotti Schwartz, let us know how it turns out there. Thank you very much.